Holy shit. Have we missed a lot? We're heading into week 5. Obviously, there's a lot of new things that we have to discuss like immediately. First off, Quinn steps down as the Buccaneers franchise owner.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
That is honestly very shocking. But according to my sources, he stepped down due to personal reasons. But do you guys really think that's the case?
No.
I don't know.
See, I don't know.
No.
If it really is, I mean, I hope that he's better in real life, you know, after he's done dealing with his personal issues, obviously, even though we do have our differences. But it is kind of out of nowhere.
That is the
but that
fattest
does
load of
happen in
bullshit
real
I've
life,
ever
so
heard.
it comes out of nowhere.
Bro, he's just basically out of the running. Like, yeah, the Buccaneers could get 2 wins and then be 2-1 and get in. But let's be honest here, they're not getting that. I mean, who do they have left? I think they still have us, the Steelers, which, you know, they're not beating us. I don't remember who else they got. I would tab out and look, but that would probably not look good for the video. I think they have they played the Falcons?
Yeah, we already have. Yeah, we beat them with Crunch at quarterback too.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was when I was suspended.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they're basically just fucked, and I'm pretty sure Carwin knew this, and he didn't want to waste his time, so that's why he left. That's why SARS left. Basically, they're cooked. They're gonna go 0-7. Probably gonna forfeit a couple more games. They might get 1 more game in, but at the end of the day, they're cooked. Carwin knew it, so he's just gonna call it quits early.
They play the Titans. They play the Colts. And they play the Steelers, all AFC teams. They played all their NFC teams and lost all the tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of tough. But I mean, you never know. I mean, last season on the Redskins, you know, I'm pretty sure we went like 1-4, and we were able to sneak back in. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it's very unlikely they make it with the tiebreaker loss to the Giants.
You know, and not to bring up like something out of this topic of Karin right now, but you did bring up a good point. SARS is no longer on that team, but he's 25 mil. No team can afford him right now except the Giants, who already beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do you think this is the best move for him right now? Just to head on board and go straight to the Giants and make a solid team with Demo, Juno, and SARS?
I mean, I would say, like, of course there's other teams that are better that I feel like he's going to get the most stats there. I feel like he would make a fine addition on, like, the Steelers.
Oh, brother!
I think he would be utilized on basically any team, but I feel like that is the best move, considering the salary cap and considering how, like, you know, well, how would I put it? The Giants don't really have anybody else. They have, like, it's a 3-man squad essentially, so he'll definitely be, like, utilized there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing when Demo traded up his first, second, and third to get the first overall pick.
You stupid.
Yikes.
You know, I mean, that freed up his first and second cap room, which is literally, I mean, his second and third cap room, which is literally 25 million combined. So
yeah, but that's got to be one of the most dumbest things we've ever seen happen
To get Juno?
in VFL history. You know, like, don't get me wrong, Juno's a great player, but was he worth the 3 picks that Demo traded for the entire Giants team?
No.
like, I don't think there is a player that's worth that much, you know? Like, because you can get so many good players in the second and third that, like, I don't think one player can have as much value as a first, second, and third pick, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, the only person to ever maybe have that value was, like, Cologne.
Well, no fucking shit.
But I mean, he's not in the league no more.
I would make an argument for
So-
BTB at one point.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I could see him being that useful of a quarterback, but I don't even know about that.
Yeah, so I have this pulled up in my computer. I'm looking at how that trade went down and what was the cost of it. So according to this, after trading the 3 picks, Demo lost out on possibly getting either Kai Prince, possibly getting TJ or his buddy Monster God, or let's see, Prince Duro, which is all the things that the Steelers used in order to get all the picks from the Giants. And honestly, that's just wrong. That's just honestly a huge misplay on Demo's end.
2 of the best, DBs in the VFL. Darrow, who I think was a great short, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he traded the other third he got to get like two picks, like later on in the 5th and 6th. I don't know. I don't remember it that much, but looking back on it, I mean, D'Lo definitely won that trade.
Definitely. And the worst part about it is I think the Steelers are still frauds.
Oh shit!
I think
Whoa.
well, hold on. Don't cut me off, Ethan, real quick.
About
Why
the fight
they're
break out in the first
Yo.
episode of Good Morning VFL.
Yo, am I gonna have to crash out?
No, hold on. Hear me out for a second, and let me tell you why I think they're cooked right now.
Oh, brother.
The only reason why I think they're cooked
Oh, brother.
is they got out the way with a Jaguars victory only because of the fact that none of them could show up. Had all the Jaguars shown up, I think the Jaguars would have actually beaten them by 40, let alone 50 maybe.
What did he say?
Now that's a hot take, yo.
Yeah, and not to mention the rest of their weeks. Let's see, who else did they face right after that? I'm pretty sure they faced
The Giants.
They faced the
and
Giants.
Titans. There's been something going on in Tennessee, man, because they have not been hot.
It's their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They don't have a quarterback.
They have Havoc.
He's not the guy. Havoc is like I won't like when Havoc's good, like he's good, but he's not consistent at all. I mean, we've seen how he performed on your team, Marco.
Brett Favre.
Was he there that season? You went 0-7. Was he the starter, or am I tripping? Who was the
That was
0-7
Falcons
starter?
in season 4.
My 0-7 starter for the Seattle Seahawks was none other than the great Origin CA.
Ow.
Yeah,
Well, Havoc is just
Yeah.
like he's had seasons where he's gone like only 1 win. I mean, yeah, he may have gotten his ring last season, but it's not like he was, team of the year caliber. He just like popped off during the playoffs. He's not consistent, and he's just not being good right now. I don't know what else to say. I mean, like, yeah, there's been games where he's looked very promising, like he's that guy, but he's not going day in and day out putting stellar performances like D'Lo is on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, he's just not that guy.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I do think Havoc probably has one of the best locker room teammates and stuff. Because I mean, everyone that plays for Havoc, I feel like loves playing for Havoc, even if they lose.
It's because of his leadership. He's a great leader.
Yeah,
Honestly, like every time that they lose, every time that they win, he's showing great energy no matter what, and that's why so many people love playing with Havoc because he's just a great locker room person to have in the locker room.
Mm. I mean, you never know. I mean, I'm gonna say that for the 3rd seed, it's gonna be a battle between the Colts and the Titans. That's what I think it will be. So I mean, if he wins that battle and sneaks in the playoffs, if he can do what he did season 5, they might have a shot at it because they have talent on that team. They have Ridge, Eli. Don't they have DJ?
Yeah, they have DJ too.
Yeah, they have DJ. Who else? Irving. Irving's a really good player.
Yeah, I don't.
Mhm.
I get the feeling that yeah, they are definitely going to be the third seed, but as I said, Havoc's just not like consistent, and like if
Hmm.
once he goes into the playoffs, he's going to have three back-to-back games that are going to be hard. He's going to have Jacksonville, then he's going to have us, and then he's going to have the Rams. No offense to you guys, but
All right, bro.
so like I don't. Do I think Havoc's going to go all the way? Hell no. Do I think he can make it into the playoffs? Of course. I mean the Colts can barely get a roster together. I'm pretty sure that they can make it into the playoffs, especially considering they probably still have Tampa Bay coming up, I think, which they're definitely going to win.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel better, like I'm looking over at Havoc's stats right now. He's only played one game, by the way, so I can't judge him for this one game performance. But when it comes to this game specifically, I'm pretty sure this was week 3, I believe, against it was against some team. I forgot who. But he threw 14 out of 32 on 44 percentage completion with 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions.
See, that's the type of stats that they would get no matter what quarterback they put in. Wide would have done those numbers. Origin would have done. Well, actually, Origin would have done more picks.
You tripping, bro? You tripping?
They just, as I'm saying, the Titans have all the talent in the world, but they don't got a quarterback.
And you know what's the crazy part too?
What's that?
Why Daly? First game on the Titans against a really hard team of the Falcons. Great defense, by the way. The only difference between Havoc and White, according to these stats, is apparently White can get the job done. I mean, he's 18 for 32 on 56 completion rating, with 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a 106 passer rating.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
So, with that in mind, right, he already has better stats than Havoc. Do you think that the Titans should have never let go of Wide?
See, no, not really, because I feel like you gotta have your guy at quarterback. You know, you gotta have faith in your guy. You know, and I feel like with Wide, that might have caused a few issues of like, should this guy really be quarterbacking right now? Like, should we sub in Wide? And I feel like that can just create a split in the team. You know, so I feel like Ridge wanted to make sure like Havoc was their guy, and Havoc would go through like, you know, like Havoc could learn like, okay, this player isn't good at this maybe, but he's good at, let's say, out routes or something like that. You know, like because that's a huge thing in VFL is, you know, getting chem with the team, learning what your players are good at and learning what they're not so good at. You know, and I think when you're splitting quarterbacks, that's sort of like, that makes it harder for quarterbacks to learn like where they should like target their receiver and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, but that's the worst part about it, because White did nothing wrong that game. Although he did have 2 interceptions, which is kind of hard to not throw an interception in this league. I mean, even Politano's throwing in, and he's the greatest of all time, arguably in the VFL.
Yeah, you're gonna throw interceptions. I mean,
Yeah, everyone's going to throw an interception. So we're not going to take that away from White throwing 2 interceptions. But they benched him for Eli, and Eli went 5 of 13, scoring absolutely 0 touchdowns, 0 hits, playing a full 2 quarters, I believe, before throwing back wide. Like, honestly, I don't know what that decision was, but that's got to be the most horrific decision that the Titans could make at that time. Because what the fuck? Honestly, if they kept Wide, they probably would have won that game.
Are you serious right now, bro?
But that's I don't know. It's just like what if? Because Wide was just cooking the deep right. Let alone the Falcons didn't even have a deep right at the time because we were missing Chase Lexington.
Yeah. Who do we even have at deep that game, dude?
I think that was. Oh no, we were putting up Vinny. We were putting up Aiden. We were putting up Lullabies. We put up who?
No, didn't we put Gabe in there at the very end?
Yeah, in the very end, it was literally
that was deep left, by the way. It wasn't deep right because Crunch was at deep. Yeah,
bro.
that was a deep.
But so it was deep right.
No, it was deep left. It was deep
Okay,
left.
deep
not
left.
right.
Okay, deep
Yeah.
left, bro. At the end of the game, we had Gabe on the deep left and me playing short left, so that one of the bench players could play DE. It was awful that game.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah, let's talk about a real team that's just shit the bed completely. We already talked about it a little bit with as far as the draft picks, but with the Giants, they now obviously have their win against the Bucks with Demo back at quarterback. They already tried 3 quarterbacks, I believe. It was Flame. It was
I think they're actually going to be pretty good now with the Giants.
Yeah. Honestly, with the Giants, with Demo back at quarterback, they should at least be able to win one more game to clinch, because they already have the head-to-head with the Buccaneers. So all they had to do is just win one more game.
Yeah.
Let me check what games they have coming up.
Demo. I mean, Demo's stats aren't even. I mean,
Demo's a
aren't
solid
that
quarterback.
Bad, you know, he currently has the most yards in the league.
Let him cook now. Let
Third
him
in
cook.
touchdowns.
I said let
I think he's like.
cook.
Yeah, he's second. He's second in passer range. So I mean,
They have an interesting
it's
schedule.
honestly. Yeah. So, who do they play after this?
So week
They have-
5, they play the
Falcons.
Jaguars, which, you know,
Oh Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're going to win, but I don't think... One thing I'll just say about the Giants is that I don't think they've ever been blown out.
What did he say?
They've always had close games with every team they've played.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right here. Tampa Bay.
Rams versus
Yeah, keep going.
Giants, 43-36. Nobody guessed that. Nobody would have guessed that would be a close game, but Demo kept it close.
Yeah.
Okay, but week 6 they play y'all, which, you know, who cares? Nothing burger of a game, to be honest. But then week 7, we got Giants versus the Titans. I could see the Giants pulling away with a win in that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, I can see it too. I think the Giants will beat the Titans actually in week 7.
So wait, have the Colts and Titans played yet?
Yeah, they gave them a forfeit win, I think,
Oh, the
week 2.
Titans got the FF Cup. Yeah. So I mean, so Colts are what's Colts record right now?
I think they're just
The Colts record should be 1-3.
1-3. Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, Colts can pull it off, but it's looking unlikely that Colts can make playoffs right now.
Yeah, based off all these teams right now, in your opinion, who do you think just shit the bed during draft and just continues to shit the bed during the season?
Well, I mean, shitting the bed during the draft was most definitely Demo, but they're not shitting the bed in the season.
They're making a
Shitting the
comeback.
bed in the season, that's the Bucks. I mean, just look at everything that's going on.
I mean, I
FO
will
stepped down.
It can't get any worse because they're already at the bottom. Like, they're already done for it. I mean, they can get better.
Yeah.
Like, maybe someone will step up and be the savior of the Buccaneers. But I think that's extremely unlikely. I think they're done for. I think that the Colts, however, are a good pick for shitting the bed.
I don't know. 'Cause I really didn't like the pick in the first round for Omelets. I don't know. I don't think Omelets was like first round ready yet. Like, he was already developing. We already know he's one of the best catchers in the league, arguably. But
Yeah.
is he really worth a first round pick?
Yeah, I mean, he currently isn't really putting first round pick numbers right now.
I'm not up to date
Yeah,
with how the Colts play, but
he's
as I
different.
recall, Machine's been playing good, unless I'm tripping.
Yeah, I think Machine's like starting to getting back into his form. Which I mean, Machine at one point was one of the better receivers in the VFL. So
Yeah.
get back to that, and maybe they sneak in playoffs. He might be a guy to watch out for.